Sourdough and coffee ain't bad though if it's good sourdough and coffee.
It's not all I'm eating, guys. It's just like, just want to highlight the reality of like, sometimes you're poor and can't eat the things you want. Sometimes you're just needing to delight yourself and just say fuck it and just have some good deliciousness. I think it's actually important to break your regimen. It's important to just totally fall off at times. I don't think you should become a junkie, but I think that, like, I don't know, I think I hear from people who beat themselves up so often about breaking their, falling off their practice. People are like, oh, coach, I just didn't have the best week training. I'm like, okay. Yeah, those happen all the time. Those will happen forever. You're not going to have a perfect training schedule. You're going to lose sleep from your kids being up. Kids are going to get sick. And you're going to be fine. You're not going to lose your gains.
Yep.
Your practice is more than your physical movement. Your practice is all your relations. And so sometimes life is asking you to orient towards a different relationship as a priority. And that's what you're cultivating. Sometimes that's your community. Sometimes that's your marriage. Sometimes that's with your kids. Sometimes that's with yourself. Yourself, the other, the bigger picture. So that's a life practice. Yep. Movement is just this thing. Yeah, there's camps of shooting where people shoot purely instinctively, where there's no aiming and it's just a feel. And then there's people who aim like crazy precisely. What do they call it?
Gap shooting.
Gap shooting, where they'll even mark on under the knock at different spots for whether they're shooting at 10 yards or 15 yards or 25 yards. I do a little bit of a combination where I'm looking down my arrow and getting a sense of where I am left to right.
Got it.
And then it's a feel for the elevation of my shot. And that's just how I've always done it. I think the main thing is that the unifying element between all the different styles, because you just find what style you want to do, because a number of them work. You can shoot instinctively, you can aim, you can do a mix of both, but your shot sequence, eliminating all the variables in your shot is what dials you in to eliminate the small things. It's a game of millimeters. That is what will eliminate you missing and you starting to get tight groups, is when you just do the same thing every single time. The three things that I focus on are drawing to the same point every time, releasing my arrow, like elbowing someone behind me, so release an elbow behind me, and leaving my bow hand up until I hear that arrow hit my target, so that I don't accidentally preemptively drop my bow as the arrow is releasing. I also like to just do the same kind of, I like pull my arrow out the same way, I knock it the same way. I start out here and I pull, and I try and rinse and repeat all those different things. This is a Bob Lee bow.
Bob Lee.
Now I kind of feel embarrassed to bring it out in front of my other friends, because they all got like trad stick bows.
Yeah.
I'm like, what once was like really super cool to me is like, I'm like, oh, I need a self bow. And I made a couple self bows, but they're lefty. Yeah. But like these like plastic knocks, I mean, that's why I want to continue to move towards even more traditional, because it's like, it's just future trash.
They break.
It's future trash. I think, I mean, these carbon shafts are pretty hard to break, so I think they're great for like, like people that are learning and missing a lot and stuff like that, but I want less future trash in my life. But this is how I got into it, so it's just what I've known. And I think that like just getting into traditional archery is rad. And it's, there's enough barriers for people to get into traditional archery already, it's like, it can be intimidating, There's like the compound versus traditional camps, and it's just like, it's all just hogwash. Like, get in, get some carbon arrows, learn. You're gonna miss. If you get a bunch of cedar arrow shafts, you're gonna break them. You're gonna be discouraged. You're gonna spend a bunch of money. Like, it's okay. It's okay to adapt to modernity's things, to get into the mix and stuff, and you can just at your own pace.
Yeah.
Go more trad over time.
What's your dream bow, Tim?
My dream bow?
Yeah.
My dream bow is, yeah, I think like a Pacific U longbow, or Pacific U recurve that I make, harvest myself, harvest the stave, wait a couple years, build it out, rawhide or buckskin handle from a deer I killed, harvest all the arrows, make the arrows. That's the dream. That's why we need Pashu. I need Pashu to level up my game. I think I want to talk about something real quick. Yeah, there's this, and I think this happens this phenomena happens all the time with people who are on social media, and people get to see snippets of their life.
Dead deer.
Nice shot. There's this idea that they live perfect lives and their routines are fucking dialed, and they don't fall off, and they don't like suffer from the same things that everybody else suffers from. And I want to just dispel that. Yeah, my life is beautiful, and I love my life, and I'm so grateful. And yeah, I still come up against the feeling of not knowing how to handle certain situations as a father, not feeling equipped to navigate the modern world of economics and money making, and don't feel completely equipped to handle all the conflicts that I get into with my wife and amongst people in my community. And I have my own insecurities. I have my own shortcomings that I'm dealing with all the time. And yeah, it's like some people are like, they're like, I wanted like a day in the life, like eating. I want to see a day in the life like eating. Like, what's it like eating in a day of? I'm like, dude, I'm fucking living on like sourdough bread and coffee right now. Just struggling, you know? I'm not fucking like, I'm not like beef liver morning and like all this, you know? It's like, I'll circle back and eat my organs and things like this. And I think that's the thing, is that like, it's about developing a balanced life that's honest, that has what was that, turkey? Nice. That has the discipline and the like root, the foundation that brings you back to how you know you want to be. And you know, I feel grateful that I've put in enough time with myself that like I don't succumb to the addictive patterns I used to when I was having a hard time, but I still have fucking hard times. There's unbelievable amounts of injustice that we're all seeing. There's so much insanity, and sometimes I feel fucking ridiculous being on the internet and being like, I can't just continue to show up and be like, here's do these exercises, you know? I'm like, hold on, like the amount of things that are happening, and I feel it's funny watching content creators like not be honest about all those things. And just keep the facade up. Like, this is just business as usual, and this is what I do. And like, I mean, I guess that's why we're here creating this long form content, because I think we're all unified in our struggles, And we've all inherited a world that is wrought with obstacles that make it hard to kind of live out our natural way that we had been living. You want to live the life you want to live. You want to follow your passions. You want to live close to nature. And that doesn't pay well often. Slow craft and natural living, or at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yet we're pigeonholed into needing to pay to live on a piece of land and to eat and even drink water. And it's a zoo. We're in a bit of a zoo here, trying to break free or create a new, figuring it out. Figuring it out. At least I feel good about myself. I feel like I'm living true for myself the best I can.
Best handhold you'll come across is the knee bone of an elk. This is from a cow elk I harvested in Montana a few years ago. I thought I lost it. A dog grabbed it, and then I found it again. Really important here is how you hold this guy, your arm in relationship to your leg. So I'm creating a little nook with my wrist and forearm, lining that up with my shin bone so that this is real steady.
Yep.
This hearthboard is a little bit thick. We're gonna have to get a lot of dust, but that'll be good because if we get that much dust and we get a coal, we'll have a big fat cherry to put in our tinder bundle. Long strokes, just like with the hand drill, using the full length. Big coal, pretty splintery, but you can get away with it sometimes. Look at how splintery that is.
Yeah. Seriously. Looks like pencil shavings.
Yeah. But there's a coal. Just gotta let it breathe a little bit. Starting to see that nice cherry.
Nice.
We'll see if it wants to go. Sometimes fire is just meant to humble you. Sometimes you're not supposed to get.
Just to check yourself.
Yeah. Big benefit to living out in the woods is you can just put
The ground on a fire.
Make a fire on your footpath.
Sourdough and coffee ain't bad though if it's good sourdough and coffee.
It's not all I'm eating, guys. It's just like, just want to highlight the reality of like, sometimes you're poor and can't eat the things you want. Sometimes you're just needing to delight yourself
Mm-hmm.
and just say fuck it and just have some good deliciousness.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually important to break your regimen. It's important to just totally fall off at times. I don't think you should become a junkie, but I think that, like, I don't know, I think I hear from people who beat themselves up so often about breaking their, falling off their practice. People are like, oh, coach, I just didn't have the best week training. I'm like, okay. Yeah, those happen all the time. Those will happen forever. You're not going to have a perfect training schedule. You're going to lose sleep from your kids being up. Kids are going to get sick. And you're going to be fine. You're not going to lose your gains.
Yep.
Your practice is more than your physical movement. Your practice is all your relations. And so sometimes life is asking you to orient towards a different relationship as a priority. And that's what you're cultivating. Sometimes that's your community. Sometimes that's your marriage. Sometimes that's with your kids. Sometimes that's with yourself. Yourself, the other, the bigger picture. So that's a life practice.
Yep.
Movement is just this thing. And the body is so adaptable, and you're not going to lose your gains from not strength training for a week. You're going to be fine. As long as you're not just laying in a bed having diarrhea, wasting away.
That's why I get up and out.
Wasting away.
Out and about when I'm having diarrhea.
Exactly. You get out and about with your diarrhea.
Helicopter shits.
It's a helicopter shit. Yeah, nobody gets to see like just how ridiculous we are too, or how ridiculous I am, because it's like action films by my program, It feels ridiculous to me too. And I know some people see that it's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know, I get enough positive feedback, run into enough people in the streets who are just like, dude, thank you. Like, okay, I'll keep making tiny action films and coming on to tell everyone how important it is to go outside. Keep doing that.
Go outside, drink coffee, and eat sourdough bread.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just fucking surviving on sourdough bread and butter, and it's like Fowl bought the espresso machine. She got that thing into my house. It's not my fault. I'm a
You didn't drink coffee.
I have this hedonistic part of me that just loves to indulge and loves pleasure, and maybe that's just all humans. It's strong though in me. You too. You too, bro. That's why I don't know if we could be friends. But what are you gonna do when there's you're gonna have a latte inside your house like that? Let that little bit of modernity into our home. We did, and we'll throw down, have a dance party, and make lattes, and it's a joyous, it's a delightful thing.
Making me want to hop on the good foot.
But I will relinquish my coffee habit at times and find balance.
I didn't drink coffee today.
I haven't had any coffee since we ran out of beans, but been drinking plenty of black tea.
Since we ran out.
It's a beautiful day. There we go.